from the moment you enter the court. We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official when I was a senior in high school, 17 years old. I think it's the best decision I've made. You could play, and you could make extra money on the weekends on the side, and why not?
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and young athletes who can translate those skills to officiating.
So much of officiating is not necessarily what you do on the court. It's how you conduct business off the court as well. Being an official, sure, it's not easy.
And if it wasn't for those difficulties, I don't think I would be where I'm at, because it helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
See it on national TV all the time. They tell us that funerals can average between 7,000 and 10,000. Be there.
The Start Something New sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back 3P Truck of the Year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Get a Start Something New deal on every new vehicle in stock, only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
You're a coach, or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
We gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Sherm's Thunderbird Market has been serving Southern Oregon for over 50 years. We are thankful and proud to be able to say that our employees are like family, and we certainly couldn't serve Southern Oregon so well without them.
I love my job, and what better place to work than for the people who care about you and your community.
We really are treated more like family rather than just employees.
Our loyal customers make my job fun and more enjoyable.
Sherm's is now hiring. Go to our website to see what positions are available.
Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live video streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts and sponsors. My name is Jonathan Kerman. The man to my left is Chuck Mondale. We've got Caleb Franklin behind the lens, and we're coming to you live from South Medford High School in beautiful Medford, Oregon. Thank you for joining us this evening. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Match of the Night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. Tonight, the Sheldon Irish come to town for a dual wrestling meet with the South Medford Panthers. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Medford School District and our participating community business partners. Joe Brett is the executive producer for tonight's event. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support. And please support Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, search Table Rock Sports, and hit that red subscribe button. A big thank you if you already have. We're going to step away for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we take a live look at the player introductions, the singing of our nation's anthem, and the beginning of the varsity wrestling match between South Medford and Sheldon. It's all coming up. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Match of the Night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
The Start Something New sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back 3P Truck of the Year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Get a Start Something New deal on every new vehicle in stock, only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Welcome back to South Medford High School, getting a live look down on Dennis Murphy Court at the Sheldon Irish wrestling team warming up in their preparation for their dual match against the South Medford Panthers. Thank you for joining us here on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. My name is Jonathan Kerman. To my left is Chuck Mondale. Chuck, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine, thank you. Thank you for asking.
Excellent. Yeah, glad to have you. And before we dive into these two teams, Chuck, I'd love to learn a little more about yourself and your wrestling background.
Right. I'm a Phoenix kid. I grew up in Phoenix, Oregon, graduated from high school in 75 from Phoenix, and spent 4 or 5 years at Oregon State wrestling, and probably didn't do everything I was supposed to do during that time period, but that's the way it goes. I became a pretty good official and a pretty good coach and a pretty good booster of the sport of wrestling, the fabulous sport of wrestling.
That it is. Well, we are so excited to have you here to provide your expertise and your insight.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Sheldon team's done warming up. We'll step away for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we step into the coach's corner and take a look at the matchups that we have coming up in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. The Lithia Superstore Match of the Night continues after this on Table Rock Sports.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chicken's mouth-watering chicken and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Welcome back to South Medford High School. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Match of the Night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. The Sheldon Irish taking on the South Medford Panthers in this wrestling duel. Time now for the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Bill's Glass. Bill's Glass is the clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. We'll take a look at the wrestling matchups on hand for us this evening. We start the 106-pound weight. South Medford's Christian Hernandez will take on Velka Zuniga of Sheldon. In the 113 weight, Cameron Johnson will face off against Luke Gass. In the 132-pound weight, Connor Mokkinen will face Cosmo Stoddard. The 138-pound, Aiden Kaufman against Tim Essen. In the 145s, Isaiah Harris will face Cole Meyer. In the 152s, Isaac Valdez will face against Isaac Peters. In the 160s, Carson Alvarez will wrestle Owen Oliver. In the 170, Caleb Dalkey will face Bryson Stewart. And in the 220s, Lee Moala will face Laith Elhami. Attending the wrestling match but unable, or will not be participating due to forfeits, Jace Jones, Braden Ostovic, and Jaden Solis for South Medford. Caleb Pierce and Blake Heffett for Grants Pass. We'll take things down onto Dennis Murphy Court and onto the wrestling match for the player introductions. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon.
All right, starting off at 106, we have from Sheldon, V. Elka Zuniga. From South Medford High School, we have Kristen Hernandez. At 113, from Sheldon High School, Luke Gass. From South Medford High School, Cameron Johnson. At 120 pounds, from South Medford High School, receiving a forfeit, Jace Jones. At 126 pounds, receiving a forfeit, we have from South Medford High School, Braden Ostvik. At 130 pounds, from Sheldon High School, Cosmo Stoddard. Lily Wrestling, from South Medford High School, Connor Mokkinen. At 138 pounds, from Sheldon, Tim Essen. And from South Medford High School, Aiden Kaufman. At 145 pounds, from Sheldon High School, we have Cole Myers. And from South Medford High School, we have Isaiah Harris. At 152 pounds, from Sheldon High School, Isaac Peters. And from South Medford High School, Isaac Valdez. At 160 pounds, from Sheldon High School, Owen Oliver. And from South Medford High School, Carson Alvarez. At 170 pounds, from Sheldon High School, Bryson Stewart. And from South Medford High School, Caleb Dalkey. At 182 pounds, receiving a forfeit, from Sheldon High School, Caleb Pierce. At 195 pounds, from Sheldon High School, receiving a forfeit, Blake Heflin. At 220 pounds, from Sheldon High School, Laith L. Hammond. And from South Medford High School, Lee Moala. And at 285 pounds, from South Medford High School, receiving a forfeit, Jaden Solis.
Tonight's match is brought to you by our regional sponsors, including Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less, John L. Scott Real Estate, Travel Medford, and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission. great partners in keeping high school athletics streaming for you.
All right, now they're determining who has the choice at the beginning of every second round. And I didn't see who got what, but
we'll find out together, Chuck.
We'll find out. Yes, we will. Soon enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
So excited to be bringing you this wrestling match here on Table Rock Sports. Would not be possible without all of our local sponsors, including our title sponsor, Lithia Auto Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler. Swing by on Highway 62 or visit lithiasuperstore.com for your next ride. And for all of your wireless needs, Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon has 7 convenient locations to serve you. Vielka Zuniga will face off against Christian Hernandez to get this wrestling match underway.
Maybe South Medford will be green and Sheldon, well, maybe not. Looks like South Medford will be red and Sheldon green. Two for Hernandez. Early takedown.
Yeah, Hernandez aggressive right out of the gate.
Working on an armbar half. Oh, simple half Nelson here. South Medford going for the fall here. Oh, and a fall. Mr. Hernandez.
So a quick 6 on the board for the South Medford Panthers. And next up will be Cameron Johnson for South Medford. He'll face off against Luke Gass, the freshman from Sheldon.
A junior and a freshman. Up to green. Sheldon. One red escape. 2 red takedown. Makes the score 3-2 for South Medford. Okay, the referee's watching real close. See the kid hit real. Yeah, he hit kind of awkward. Looks like he might have a lower leg.
While we have a break in the action, we'll take a moment to recognize one of our amazing local sponsors, Vista Utilities, and our friends from My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip begins with My Circle K.
Each contestant here has a minute and a half of injury time. And you could use it, you could have 2 different timeouts.
And is that a minute 30 total, or do you get 2 minutes?
No,
30s?
a minute 30 altogether.
Altogether.
Yeah, you get 2 different stoppages for no more than a minute 30. Yeah, he doesn't look like, I wonder if they heard a sound or a pop. Or
yeah, doesn't look too eager to get back into this match, and with under 30 seconds remaining, looks like the medical staff on hand is, I believe, attempting to undo the shoe. Now just 15 seconds remaining in that injury timeout.
No, I don't think. No.
Yeah, it looks like that will
injury.
That will do
Yeah,
it.
injury default. Oh, hope the young man's going to be fine. Good job. Oh, that's too bad. So the freshman Luke Glass Oh, no, the other way around. I'm sorry.
So that match defaulted to Cameron Johnson, and it's an early 12-0 lead for South Medford.
Looks like he might have got a toe caught in the mat, which happens quite frequently. The mats are soft, and that lamp gets on them and makes it even softer, and sometimes the toes get caught.
Gass just resting on the bench there. A frustrated look on his face, but doesn't appear to be in too much distress, which is always good to see.
Very good, yes.
As the medical crew on hand right next to him, talking him through it. A forfeit win for Jace Jones, and followed by Braden Ostvik. And go through those ceremonial procedures and get ready for our next match between Connor Mockinen and Cosmo Stoddard.
I know Mr. Mockinen's been around a while. What year is he? Oh, he's a senior. Yeah, he's been banging around a while. Tries an attack right there, in the Sheldon kid fights him off. Got to stay on. Oh. Ooh. There's another attack. Nice. It's called a high outside attack. Very nice for a takedown. I think Mr. Mockinen has learned some pretty good penetration. That's what I like to see. People ask me, what do you like? I like good, clean, slick technique. Usually from the neutral. Good, clean penetration where you gain an advantage, a clear advantage. That's what I like to see. All right, he basically let him go. I'm going to go ahead and wrestle from the neutral here. Mockinen needs to keep wrestling. He's got some good technique. He's got to keep going though. All right, get two hands on it. And they're out. Cosmo Stoddard is a junior from Sheldon. Connor Mockinen, a senior. Nope. 30 seconds left in the first. We talked about it last night. Sometimes the referee has to step in and create pace. If there's not enough activity, it's the referee's job to basically force him to wrestle. Because a lot of times...
6.5 seconds remaining on the clock. Mockinen going in real strong.
Oh, and they're out. And warning green going off. Yeah. That's kind of a new rule change. Situation like that, somebody's going to get warned for stalling when they just go out of bounds like that, because it hurts our sport. You ask me why? It hurts our sport. See, I'm kind of past the winning and losing part. I'm about protecting our sport
Absolutely.
Nowadays.
Yeah. Teaching good, solid fundamentals, and of course
Exactly.
a little bit of entertainment value is always important
Sure,
as well.
sure. And, and that'll come. Entertainment value. The fact that Mockinen let the guy go earlier tells me that, he's in a pretty good frame of mind. See if he can get his weight back here. See, what we don't want to do from the bottom is get extended. Just about like that. We got to keep those knees underneath us if we can. And I know it's all easier said than done. I know that. That's one escape. and they're both up. So 1 point Mockingham. See how he's backing off a little. Well, there we go. But he had some pretty good offensive attacks from, there we go. Keep your head up. We got to get our right arm out to score. There we go. Now that's a score right there. Yes, that's a score. That's takedown. Yes. I'm not sure what he's waiting for, but whatever. That's a takedown. He's got two legs gathered up. See, nothing's changed. Nothing really changed, and he made the call. So it tells me right there it was a 2 from the beginning. Says that we weren't quite sure what we were looking at, and it happens. Mockingham up 5-1 here. See, now it's Mockingham's job to get a fall here. Say this was going to end up to be a close duel, Mockingham would need to get a fall here to get all the points that he possibly can for his team. That's all right. 1 point's not going to hurt anybody. If we go wrestle, which we didn't, so he needs to keep up that good, clean technique that he had early on in the contest. Looks like maybe he's running out of gas a little bit. 24 seconds left in the second. Connor Mockingham up 5-2. I'm not sure why he lets him in on his legs like that, but now it's red. You say. They don't want you backing up anymore. They're going to hold you accountable if it's clear backing up. Because again, it affects our sport, the structure of our sport. Get two hands on it. All right, that's a nice attack. Oh, at the buzzer. 7-2, Connor Mockingham, beginning of the third round.
Picking up a couple extra points there.
Yep.
As the buzzer sounds, we'll head to the third and final round.
We talked about last night, every time a kid walks out there, he has a job to do. It's either anywhere from keep the score as close as you can to get as many points as you can. 7-4, Connor. Don't like to see him laying on the bottom, but he is staying, it's called quasi-vertical. We ask the kids to stay quasi, which means almost vertical. Not a kid, that's a reversal. 9-4, minute 20 to go in the third. Connor's got to get a fall here. He's got to get a fall for the team. Still red with no back points. Reversal green. 9-6 with a minute to go in the third round. I don't think they like Connor laying on the bottom like that, and they're out. 51 seconds left. Mocking it up 9-6. Mockingham's got to finish strong here. Finish on a strong note. Up 9-6. .25 seconds left in the third. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is trouble. Fall. Oh, my. I guess he did sort of run out of... Oh, be darned. It's pretty much an upset, I would think.
That Sheldon sideline is hyped up.
Yeah. Oh,
Clock
tough
stops
loss.
with 7 seconds left.
Oh, tough loss.
Cosmo Stoddard getting 6 big points.
Yeah,
for
was
the
behind.
Irish.
Yeah, was behind most of the time. Came all the way back.
Make sure a visit to Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill on the banks of the Rogue River is included in your next trip to Grants Pass. First-class food, service, and hospitality awaits you. It's the gem of the Thomason Hospitality Group, Tap Rock Northwest Grill. So up now here we have Tim Essen against Aiden Kaufman. Essen of the Irish, Kaufman or South Medford, both juniors in the 138 class.
South Medford up 2-0 here. Minute 15 to go in the first round. South Medford's riding him. See that trapped arm right there? Oop. We're real cautious as officials nowadays when there's a trapped arm involved, and like we come to our feet, we're encouraged to stop that action right there because it's so dangerous. When you're returning somebody to the mat, if you have an arm trapped, he can't protect himself. So the referees are instructed to stop the action if you can. Still South Medford here. Still South. Even though it looks kind of weird, South is still in control. The referee will indicate by pointing as to who's in control. "15 seconds, Kaufman up 2-1. 2-0, excuse me. Whoa. That was a nice little return by Kaufman. He's going for some back points here. Oh! Just 2 back points. So it's 4-0 Kaufman at the beginning of the second round. Red deferred to green. Sheldon chooses down.
And so, Chuck, what are the advantages to starting in the down position?
Well, you can get, obviously you can get a reversal from the bottom. You can get an escape from the bottom. So theoretically, that's the points places from the bottom.
Okay.
So usually the wrestlers will choose the bottom to go ahead and take advantage and get their 1 point. So that's why you kind of choose the bottom. Because believe it or not, sometimes these matches are 1 point matches. Mm-hmm. And it makes a difference.
No, every point counts.
Yep. And, and kids don't understand that until they win a tournament by half a point or until they lose a tournament by half a point.
Sure.
Kids don't understand that. But I've seen tournaments where they wrestle for 3 days, and at the end of it all, it's a point and a half difference. And that's a half a match or a third of a match right there. So, but like we said before, the kids always have a job to do so that they have something to focus on when they go out there instead of being scared to death. They can just focus on what their job is. And the
you see that kind of mentality across all sports, Chuck, where don't try to do everything. We're going to give you a specific job to do, be it on the football field, the basketball court, the baseball diamond, the wrestling ring, whatever that is. This is your job, and execute that one specific task.
That's about right. Because there's just too much to think about. You're out there all by yourself, and you're worried about getting tired. You're worried about getting hurt. You're worried about your friends, your mom, your dad, your sister. So the hardest thing is de-emphasizing winning and losing. That's the hardest thing. But it'll give us the most benefit, because if you're worried about winning and losing, that will deter development quicker than anything.
Interesting.
You have to, you hear about focusing on the process, and it's kind of cliche, and it is, but it's the truth, especially in wrestling, that it's so difficult being out there all by yourself, nobody else to blame.
Right, just you and then your opponent.
Yeah.
Cliches become cliches for a reason, right,
I guess
Chuck?
they do.
You hear them over and over again.
Yep. So it's not easy because, you know, the whole society is geared to winning and losing, you know, and these kids are caught up in it just like we are. But boy, it sure helps if you can throw all that other stuff out the window and just focus on the process. And usually if you see people standing around in the neutral, it's probably because they're afraid to wrestle, see. They're afraid something bad's going to happen. And sometimes it does, but so. Looks like 8-0 for Kaufman here. Red still in control. He'll call stalemate here shortly. Stalemate. Go ahead, blow the whistle. I don't know what the call was. He blew the whistle, but stopped the action. So we got 1 minute to go in the third here. Kaufman going for back points there. Got an 8-point decision going on right here. He needs a few more here. Working on an armbar. Fairly competitive match here. Kaufman working on an armbar. Uh-oh. Nothing yet. There's a reversal. 8-2, short time left. Eight to 2 for Kaufman over Tim Eason.
Hard-fought wrestling match
Yes,
by
it
both
was.
sides. Up next, the 145ers. Cole Meyer from Sheldon will face off against Isaiah Harris of South.
Sheldon in on the attack. Harris fights him off. And they're out. Harris and Meyer. Zero here. They're just getting acquainted. Stay in. No. About a minute gone in the first here. Still 0-0. It's the second leg attack. And they're out. 50 seconds left. Still 0-0. They haven't settled the doggone thing yet. See, now pretty soon the official needs to step in. There's just not enough activity. And it becomes the official's job.
And so in that case, Chuck, would he then set one wrestler or the other in the bottom position, or
no, they'll just warn them. The first warning for stalling is just a warning.
Okay.
And the second stalling call is a point. So it goes 1, 1, 2, and then you're gone.
Understood.
Like that.
So the official has the responsibility of placing the blame or the
Yes.
responsibility on
Yes.
one wrestler.
Yes, that's what he's doing.
Of who's stalling.
That's what he's doing through that call. He's saying, okay, one guy has been more active than the other guy, so he's going to kind of reward the other guy. Kind of. Yeah.
Hard to believe, but we are already more than halfway through this meet. There's 4 more matches after this one.
Harris going to get his one here. And one. Makes it 2-1 for Cole Meyer, a junior out of Sheldon. An attack by Sheldon, and he called red for warned red for stalling at the same time. Cole Meyer going for some back points here, going for the fall. Oopsie. That's fall for Cole Meyer at 145 pounds.
Cole Meyer with the pin. 6 points to Sheldon. The score 27-12 in favor of South Medford on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Up now, Isaac Peters for Sheldon against Isaac Valdez in the 152 weight.
The battle of the Isaacs for all the marbles. And on a single. Drive it. That's takedown and back.
Even the casual observer can see a lot more activity to start this match than we saw in the beginning of the last one.
Exactly. And yeah, it's the responsibility of, it says in the rule book, the responsibility of the coaches, the referee, and the wrestlers to make sure that the activity level's at an acceptable level, let's say. And the referee plays a big part in that when the activity level's not where it needs to be. It's the official's job to step in and make some tough decisions. Yeah, they're tough. Some of them are really tough. But it's our job as officials to be consistent and fair. I always used to ask us, which would you rather be, like fair or right? Oh, and a fall. Mr. Valdez, a junior. Some good points for South there.
South increases their lead after Valdez pins Peters. And now, Carson Alvarez, the sophomore for South Medford, will take on Owen Oliver, the junior from Sheldon. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Schlesinger de Villeneuve Attorneys, with practices throughout Southern Oregon, and by Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful and civil behavior at youth sporting events. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon.
Looks like they're doing some major mat cleanup here.
While we have a moment, the Oregon Athletic Officials Association and the Oregon Schools Activities Association are recruiting officials for the high school spring sports seasons. There is an immediate need for umpires in baseball and softball. Register at www.osaa.org/officials and then click on the registration tab. Becoming a high school official has several benefits, including staying involved in athletics, maintaining good physical condition, and earning some extra money. Getting back to the action here, Carson Alvarez for South against Owen Oliver of Sheldon.
You got that Russian, that's called a Russian tie that the South Medford kid had right there. He better get to his feet here. Owen Oliver gets the first two of the match. Leads 2-0 here with a minute to go in the first. Oliver's putting a good ride on Alvarez right here, right now. That's for sure. Working for an armbar here. If that official could stand somewhere else for a while, could see what was going on, and we're out. I wonder if that's as of the builders, Alvarez.
Very possible.
I think it probably is. Going to have some sore shoulders after this one, possibly. Working those arms over. Mr. Alvarez has got to get his torso under his upper body here. Got to get his lower body under his upper body. Oh, saved by the bell. South Medford's Alvarez down 2-0 here, and it looks like it's his choice. Red chooses down. The kid's working is pretty tough on top.
That is Owen Oliver, the junior.
See, they're both working, even though there's not a heck of a lot going on, but they're both working hard. That's tough right there. Oh, get him over. Keep fighting, Alvarez. Two back points. Makes it 4-0 for Oliver. Going for more here. And that's a fall.
And Oliver declared the winner. That'll make it 33-18 in favor of South Medford on the John L. Scott scoreboard. And coming up now, our penultimate match of the evening. Caleb Dalkey against Bryson Stewart.
I think Mr. Dalkey's a coach's kid also. I think he's the son to the official from the JV matches. Sheldon in on a single here. Pretty nice little scramble right there. Dalkey's a freshman. Stewart's a junior. Get your legs back, Mr. Dalkey. Get him back. There you go. 2 takedown. Caleb Dalkey's up 2-0 here at 170 pounds. Coach James yelling instructions out to Donkey. Keep wrestling. There we go. Keep wrestling. See, sometimes the young people think it's a stop and start kind of a sport. It really isn't. You try to blend everything together is what you try to do. All right, one escape for Sheldon. Short time in the first here. Red's choice. Mr. Dalkey defers to Sheldon, and Sheldon takes down. Mr. Dalkey's up 2-1. See, the referee just got a 1 count there. You know, that kind of action we cannot have. I don't know what somebody's stalling, for heaven's sakes. Green. The bottom man was warned there. Almost. Minute to go in the second here. 2-1, South Medford. No change. No change. $50 seconds left in the second. Still 2-1 for Dalkey. They already called the bottom man in this situation before, so we'll see what happens. See, in this situation, I would go ahead and nick the top man just to even it up because neither one of them are doing anything.
Right.
So just from a fairness standpoint, the bottom man's already been warned once, so now, even though the top man's, he's working pretty hard here. But see, too much of this is too much.
Right. There's neither player's looking to gain an advantage or an escape.
And the worst part, the crowd. It takes the crowd out of it because they want to see action. They don't really want to see this. But Mr. Dalkey's doing quite a bit, actually. All right, pretty good job. South Medford's choice. Caleb still up 2-1 here. Looked like Mr. Dalkey chose up here to start the third round. See, just go ahead and nick the top man and kind of even it up. Then they both have a call. See, putting the official on the spot, see. I guess that's why they call the official no call McFall, I guess. Actually, there's 3 people out there stalling. The 2 wrestlers and the one official.
And the official.
Yep. He knows better. He's just kind of late in the duel to be focusing too hard on making anybody wrestle. So go ahead and nick the bottom man if you want. You could call either one of them if you want, and you'd be just fine. This is all he has to do is get away from the bottom. You tie it up, stay on. Warning red. Pushing him off. 30 seconds left, still 2-1 match for Mr. Dalkey, the freshman, Mr. Dalkey. He's holding on for dear life though, huh? He's coming out of chute number 9. 20 seconds left. Or the South Medford kid rode him all that time. It's a pretty good ride, actually. Pretty good match.
Hard fought between Dalkey and Stewart.
It was a good match. A little bit of laying around.
And that will bring us to our final match of the evening. The 220. Lee Moala of South versus Laith Elhami of Sheldon. Make sure to stop by Lithia Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler for your next ride, or visit lithiasuperstore.com. And for all of your wireless needs, Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon has 7 convenient locations to serve you. Pair of forfeits awarded to Caleb Pierce and Blake Heffett of Sheldon. So that will set up the score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. South Medford 36, Sheldon 30. Be a fun one.
Here we go.
In this final match.
Yes.
Lee Moala, the sophomore for South, against Laith Elhami, the senior for Sheldon.
Obviously, Sheldon needs this one. I know those young men are working hard out there, but we need a few more chances. I know it's easier said than done.
So is it normal to see in the higher weights less ground game, or is this just a?
It depends. In general, there's less activity, obviously, with the bigger weights.
Sure.
But it's not always the case. But for the most part, and there's always a discussion from the official standpoint: how much stalling are you going to call? Mm-hmm. Is it the same as the lightweights or is it not? That's the age-old discussion. We've been about 2 minutes here, and nobody's really challenged. Here's a little challenge right here. Headlock. Oh, wow. I hope he brushed up. Oh, saved by the bell.
What a move by Elhami.
You're going to have to brush up on your criteria if this ends in a tie. I'm sure they'll have to go to the rule book. South Medford can't stay off his back here. Oh, buddy. 5-0 for Sheldon here. Head's got to be down the middle of the back.
A good teaching moment here.
Yes, yes. Oh. Working hard, both men working hard here. Still green, the referee's telling us still green. And reversal red. Sheldon still up 5-2 here. 40 seconds to go in the second round.
We still have a lot of wrestling left to go, but we do count ties in the sport of wrestling.
Yep.
The weight of a particular contest in the system is determined by its location, so you get more points if you tie on the road than if you do at home.
I'll be darned. I didn't know that. Huh. Short time. Still Sheldon 5-2 here. At the closing of round number 2.
And it'll all come down to this.
Somebody chose both up.
You can see the fatigue start to set in here in the late rounds.
Yes. These big guys expended some energy, huh, early on. Right now, I think one guy doesn't want to wrestle and the other guy's glad of it.
This broadcast is brought to you by PlayMedford.com, where classes and activities for the entire family are available now. Registration for winter and spring activities are open. Sign up at PlayMedford.com or call the Santo Center at 541-774-2400 to get started.
Turning the tables.
Moala with 2 points.
Going to get 3 and a fall.
And Lee Moala with the pin to seal the victory for the South Medford Panthers. No tie tonight.
Nope.
And that'll bring us to the MyCircleK.com post-game show brought to you by the Peak Rewards app. Make sure to download the app to save on morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip at the many MyCircleK locations. We'd like to thank you for watching tonight's broadcast, and we'd like to thank the South Medford High School athletic directors, Alexandra Rocher and Chris Mahavong, for hosting the Lithia Superstore Match of the Night on Table Rock Sports and today's broadcast. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard: South Medford defeats Sheldon 48-30 in this dual meet. For Chuck Mondale and Caleb Franklin, I'm Jonathan Kerman saying so long from South Medford High School. We'll catch you next time on Table Rock Sports.